our clients. I would trust them. I would give over some XRP or lend it to Ripple for them to lend out and pay me a yield, because I trust them. You know, they haven't lost their XRP, so they're not going to lose mine. And their response to me was, we have 4.8 billion XRP. Why do we need yours? And I think that's kind of how a lot of these other institutions view it. They have the amount that they need. It's already in a pre-negotiated contract, one of those 1,700 NDAs, and they know how much they're going to need on their books in order to offset their, you know, unrealized losses that Bank of America and Goldman and Citi and some of these other parties have. And if they were to go in and drive the price up now, when it's not orchestrated all together, it's not going to push the price to where it needs to be in order for them to actually get the utility from it. So if you all knew that you needed to wait and then kind of jump in all at the same time to be able to push the price to where you need it to be, for everybody to win out and get what they needed, you wouldn't be in there buying it up. And if you were buying it up, you'd be doing it over the counter or in the dark pools, where it's not going to affect price on the secondary market, which is exactly what they're doing. There are large orders being placed for XRP in dark pools. Kraken and Falcon X both have a dark pool. There's a few other people, and they're sourcing liquidity from large sellers that are willing to give up, you know, early investors in XRP, hedge funds and the like, that are willing to sell a portion of their XRP at $2. A lot of people bought it at 0.03 of a penny if you were back, you know, in 2012, 2013, when you got into the market. Our chief compliance officer and new CEO of Digital Wealth Partners, Max Kahn, shout out to him. He just got that promotion the other day. Congrats, brother. He was one of the first 100 investors in XRP. And so there are funds out there that still have large allocations from the early days that are willing to liquidate portions of that. And that's at a huge gain, right? So there's going to be tax implications associated with that. But once that liquidity runs out and people aren't willing to sell through the dark pools of the OTC desk anymore in large amounts, or Tether has some implications, I think that's when you're going to see people move to the secondary market, and that's what's going to be what's left. And that's when retail, you know, if you do see it hit 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 very quickly, a lot of retail investors are going to be the exit liquidity. They're going to be selling onto the market while the institutions are buying. And you might say, well, why would institutions wait? Institutions are going to wait until the lawsuit's over. Like, that's another piece of this. They are not going to move forward until there's full legal clarity around XRP, and they know how it's going to be taxed, and they know that the lawsuit and potential litigation's over. Even though we have full clarity that it's not a security, we don't have a full definition of